Hello everybody, my name is Skystasher and welcome to a weird new type of video. I've never done this type of video before on this channel, so I hope you guys like it. This is a theory and speculation video about the new Five Nights at Freddy's game, Help Wanted. If you haven't seen it or haven't played it, one, I would suggest playing it for yourself, or B, if you're like me and can't afford a decent enough computer to get the VR for it, then I suggest watching someone like Dawko play it or GT Live. They have full series over this game if you want to watch it for yourself. With that all out of the way, guys, let's go ahead, roll the intro. Okay, so in Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, we play as a beta tester for the new Fazbear Entertainment game that is pretty much being made to get rid of some of the bad memories of the company, things like the Bite of 87 and all sorts of different things, the murders, the abductions from William Afton.
Oh hey, that's me.
All of that stuff. So as we play through the game and we go through the different areas, we find glitch tapes left by someone from the development team. Now it's through these tapes that we find that something is in the game, and each time we collect a new tape, it becomes apparent what that something is. A character referred to as Glitch Trap within the game's files. He comes closer to you, coming from the hallway every tape you get. Collect them all, he gives you a big ol' hug. So what's so interesting about all of this is the two different ways the game can end. If you complete it normally, which means going through the pizza party level, which is the hard mode night terror, you will find Spring Bunny luring you backstage, and then you sort of wake up in place of a Freddy Fazbear costume. This all points to this Glitch Trap character being related to William Afton in the Spring Bunny suit. But how? Well, one of the tapes states this.
I mean, they sent us that stuff in the first place with no explanation, told us to scan it, said it would expedite the process so we wouldn't need to program any pathfinding ourselves. It was a budget thing, I guess. It was just junk. Circuit boards and things like that. Looked pretty old. Somehow, though, there was usable code on some of it. It seemed to take hold by itself. Things started changing. But then, he started appearing.
So what this all seems to imply is that Fazbear Entertainment gave the VR company electronics and things like computer chips, most likely made by Afton, to help the animatronics work like they did in the real world, to help replicate them in this virtual space. So what I believe is that Glitch Trap is just the code that attached itself onto the game. Now there are about two ideas that I have as to why Glitch Trap exists in those electronics in code. If you remember this from FNAF 2.
They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility. They even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away.
It makes sense that those animatronics had cameras because of their facial recognition, and they might have seen William Afton in the Spring Bunny costume. And the memories of the spirits that were in the costumes are giving the costume its personality within the code. The other possibility that I thought of is that William might have placed his subconscious inside of the electronics and computer chips. Now personally, I believe it's more likely Glitch Trap comes from the memories and recordings of the possessed animatronics. Now, as I said, there are two endings, so what is that other ending? Well, after collecting all the tapes, this happens. So as you see, it looks like we're in a prison and Spring Bunny's walking away. That's very strange, so why? What does that all mean? It seems so out of the blue, it seems so random. Well, one of the most interesting pieces of dialogue in this game comes from the disclaimer from the beginning of the game.
You acknowledge that Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for accidental digital consciousness transference, real-world manifestations of digital characters, nightmares, night terrors, night sweats.
So what I believe is that whatever this thing is, it wants out. And it gets out, trapping you in that prison. And that's the ending of the game. No matter what, Glitch Bunny takes control of you, much like Inner did Michael Afton in FNAF's sister location. Now this game would seem to take place after Five Nights at Freddy's 6, so all of the animatronics, Henry and William, are dead. This is supported by the company trying to rebrand so suddenly, because Henry is gone, and someone else is taking over. Henry, as we see in FNAF 6, was focused on ending this tragedy, but with someone else to take over the company, they would want to build it as a company. They would want to get rid of all the bad name and start that up again. Now with William gone, there shouldn't be a threat, right? Well, as we just saw, it seems like William transferred his, or at least some part of him to an extent, into the real world. He replaces the beta tester we play as. So it seems like William might not be gone.
You can't get rid of me. I always come back.
And this is where I think the games are going to continue. I do not believe this is the last game, but I believe that this is simply the next phase. It's almost like a cycle. It's almost to start over. I believe that there will be more pizzerias and more establishments, and now there is someone out there with the consciousness, or the being, and to some extent, of William Afton. So from what I gathered, I truly do think this is not the end, but rather a new reign of Afton murders after everything. And the reason this is so dangerous is because all of the other people who were around to stop him, including the puppet, are gone. Which means this is a completely new era for William Afton, really. So I'm very interested to see where Scott will take this, to see where he will go. He's a very creative man, amazing man, took his random idea and made it into $1 million venture. So I'm sure he's going to come up with something else to wow us. I'm sure this game definitely wowed a lot of us. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this kind of video and you want to see more videos like this video, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, check out the other social media in the description below. And leave me a comment on what you think. And if you have any ideas about Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, please leave them in the comments, and I may craft another theory using some of those ideas if they fit into the story. I might even do a live stream. I don't know. I don't do live streams on YouTube, but maybe I will. I normally do stream on Twitch if I stream at all, which is rare. But yeah, with that, guys, I'll see y'all next time. We'll be out.